Results are in. Has consolidation been good for Metro Louisville? A Republican-led examination suggests changes need to be made. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Night Team. I'm Isaiah Kim Martinez. Doug is off tonight. On the other hand, the city's Democratic mayor says one of the recommendations of this new report would be dangerous. Taylor Woods explains.
The call grows louder for improved access to services on the outskirts of Jefferson County, and now a new report is calling for legislation to make that happen. It's been 20 years since the city of Louisville and the county merged, and while it's allowed for bigger budgets, those living in the suburbs have been frustrated paying taxes for certain services they never see. Input a 15-person commission created by a 2022 bill to review how effective merger has been. They've now made recommendations. One calls for city board leaders to better reflect the diversity of each neighborhood. We asked State Representative Jason Nemes, the bill's sponsor, about this.
We think it's really important that we make sure that we have people who live inside the Waterson and outside the Waterson, the West End, South End, Old Louisville, and the East End, being represented on boards.
Nemes added it's important that citizens from all over the community have a voice. The commission also recommended Metro government work with suburban police departments to provide better policing across the county.
When we're paying taxes for a service like police services and we're not getting adequate service, and then you have to pay more, we're wanting to make sure that when we look at how we police our community, that LMPD also polices Eastern Jefferson County because we also pay taxes.
Meanwhile, Jeffrey McGraw, a Lake Forest resident, agrees. He's concerned the time it often takes officers to get to his area since Lake Forest doesn't have its own police department.
We don't have officers here most of the time. We have to depend upon the 8th Division of Louisville Metro, and that can be a problem.
McGraw is also concerned with emergency care services and how they're dispatched.
It doesn't resolve the issue that 40% of Anchorage Middletown's ambulances are serving other areas outside of the area that I, as a taxpayer, am paying for.
In a statement, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg called merger a success for the city. In a statement, he says, quote, "While I support these proposals, I oppose the recommendation limiting Louisville Metro EMS to the Urban Services District. This proposal would raise taxes for thousands of Louisville families and further fracture emergency services in the metro region." Nemes, though, sees major room for improvement.
I think merger has done a lot of good things for our community, but it's not lived up to its promise, and so we're trying to push it in that direction.
I think the commission did a great job for what they did, but they've got a lot of work they still need to do.
Overall, they're hoping the city improves as a result of this report. In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS11 Night Team on your side.
So let's talk about that work. What comes next here? It all falls on Kentucky's Republican-dominated General Assembly. They could choose to implement any of the commission's recommendations, either by passing new laws or through a referendum. Technically, Metro government could adopt changes too, but many of the city's leaders, particularly in Metro Council, are Democrats who largely believe the report was predetermined by those who crafted the bill. More news right here at 11 o'clock. Police have announced the results of extra patrols in the Highlands neighborhood, which came after LMPD says they received numerous complaints in the area. In a post to Facebook, police say an 8-day detail resulted in 15 guns seized, 13 vehicles towed, and 8 arrests. Charges to those arrested include burglary, assault, and illegal possession of drugs and guns. The Louisville Alcohol Beverage Control Unit has also cited several bars in the area, including Afro Kanza Lounge, Baxter's 942, and Nowhere Bar. And new right here tonight, a special tribute on a Linden baseball diamond for a young boy gone too soon. 10-year-old Jake Luxemburger of Crestwood, Kentucky, was killed in a car crash last weekend. Now, family, friends, and his own teammates are celebrating him in the place he loves so much. Center field stayed open Friday night in a game where the score never mattered for a second.
Tonight we're going to play a memorial game for him.
8 players on defense. The 9th, teammates say, watching from above.
We have number 3 out there right behind the pitcher's mound. Tonight we're going to play our best we can, harder than I ever have.
Proudly wearing number 3 on their hats and jerseys, hundreds who love Jake Luxemburger said a prayer and unveiled this beautiful sign before first pitch.
And it's going to stay here at Linden forever. So all the kids moving up through the years, they're going to know who Jake Luxemburger was.
Tears in his teammates' eyes, some of them bravely talking to us before the game.
He would do, anything to make everybody happy.
Hearts remain heavy, but everyone's still trying to keep things light, like they say Jake would want.
He, always wanted to be famous, and today's his day to be famous.
The 10-year-old boy, with such a big smile, was so admired.
He was fast as heck. That's
Yeah. Was fastest on the team.
Among many things, for his toughness too, which Coach Jonathan Moore says the team worked to emulate in his memory.
I want them to come out and see how strong a group of 9, 10, 11-year-olds can be in a moment of tragedy. Because if these kids can do it, then we as adults should be able to get through anything as well.
Finally, a message for the family.
We want them to know that we're there for them today, tomorrow, 6 months down the road, 2 years down the road.
We love you, Jake.
Those kids so sweet there. Now, photojournalists Aspen Hester and Addie Hill contributing to that report. Now, there's a GoFundMe to help support the family. It's already raised nearly $60,000. If you'd like to donate, you can find a link on our website, WHAS11.com.